Rotterdam is a city in South Holland, the Netherlands, located geographically within the Rhine-Meuse-Scheldt River delta at the North Sea. Its history goes back to 1270 when a dam was constructed in the Rotte River and people settled around it for safety. In 1340 Rotterdam was granted city rights by the Count of Holland and slowly grew into a major logistic and economic centre. Nowadays it is home to Europe's largest port and has a population of 624,799, ranking second in the Netherlands. The Greater Rijnmond area is home to approximately 1.4 million people, and the Rotterdam-The Hague urban area makes for the 168th most populous urban area in the world. Rotterdam is part of the yet larger Randstad conurbation with a total population of 7,100,000. The city of Rotterdam is known for the Erasmus University, riverside setting, lively cultural life and its maritime heritage. The near-complete destruction of Rotterdam's city centre during World War II has resulted in a varied architectural landscape including skyscrapers, which are an uncommon sight in other Dutch cities. Rotterdam is home to some world-famous architecture from renowned architects like Rem Koolhaas, Piet Blom, Ben van Berkel and others. Recently Rotterdam was listed 8th in the Rough Guide Top 10 Cities to Visit and was voted 2015 European City of the Year by the Academy of Urbanism. The Port of Rotterdam is the largest cargo port in Europe and the 10th largest in the world. Rotterdam's logistic success is based on its strategic location on the North Sea, directly at the mouth of the Nieuwe Maas Channel leading into the Rhine-Meuse-Scheldt delta. The rivers Rhine, Meuse and Scheldt give waterway access into the heart of Western Europe, including the highly industrialized Ruhr region. The extensive distribution system including rail, roads and waterways have earned Rotterdam the nickname "Gateway to Europe" and, conversely, "Gateway to the World" in Europe. History. The settlement at the lower end of the Ventstream Rotte dates from at least 900 CE. Around 1150, large floods in the area ended development, leading to the construction of protective dikes and dams, including Schielands Hodges dike along the northern banks of the present-day Nieuwe Maas. A dam on the Rotte or Rotterdam was built in the 1260s and was located at the present-day Hoogstraat. On 7 July 1340, Count Willem IV of Holland granted city rights to Rotterdam, which then had approximately 2,000 inhabitants. Around the year 1350, a shipping canal, the Rotterdam Zee, was completed, which provided Rotterdam access to the larger towns in the north, allowing it to become a local transshipment centre between the Netherlands, England and Germany, and to urbanize. The port of Rotterdam grew slowly but steadily into a port of importance, becoming the seat of one of the 6 chambers of the Verenigde Oost-Indische Compagnie, the Dutch East India Company. The greatest spurt of growth, both in port activity and population, followed the completion of the Nieuwe Waterweg in 1872. The city and harbour started to expand on the south bank of the river. The Witwee White House skyscraper, inspired by American office buildings and built in 1898 in the French chateau style, is evidence of Rotterdam's rapid growth and success. When completed, it was the tallest office building in Europe, with a height of 45 meters. During World War I, the city was the world's largest spy center because of Dutch neutrality and its location in between England, Germany and occupied Belgium. During World War II, the German army invaded the Netherlands on 10 May 1940. Adolf Hitler had hoped to conquer the country in just one day, but his forces met unexpectedly fierce resistance. The Dutch army was finally forced to capitulate on 15 May 1940. Following Hitler's bombing Rotterdam on 14 May, and threatening to bomb other Dutch cities, the heart of Rotterdam was almost completely destroyed by the Luftwaffe. Some 80,000 civilians were made homeless and 900 were killed, a relatively low number given that many had fled the city because of the warfare and bombing going on in Rotterdam since the start of the invasion 3 days earlier. The city hall survived the bombing. Osip Zadkina later attempted to capture the event with his statue de Westerstad. The statue stands near the Louvre Haven, not far from the Erasmusbrug in the center of the city, on the north shore of the river Nieuwe Maas. Rotterdam was gradually rebuilt from the 1950s through to the 1970s. It remained quite windy and open until the city councils from the 1980s on began developing an active architectural policy. Daring and new styles of apartments, office buildings and recreation facilities resulted in a more livable city center with a new skyline. In the 1990s, the Kop van Zuid was built on the south bank of the river as a new business center. Rotterdam was voted 2015 European City of the Year by the Academy of Urbanism. Geography. Rotterdam is divided into a northern and a southern part by the river Nieuwe Maas, connected by the Benelux Tunnel, the Maas Tunnel, the Erasmusbrug, a subway tunnel, the Willemspoort Tunnel, the Willemsbrug, the Koninginnebrug, and the Van Brian Noordbrug. The former railway lift bridge De Hef is preserved as a monument in lifted position between the Noordereiland and the south of Rotterdam. The city centre is located on the northern bank of the Nieuwe Maas, although recent urban development has extended the centre to parts of southern Rotterdam known as de Kop van Zuid. From its inland core, Rotterdam reaches the North Sea by a swathe of predominantly harbour area. Built mostly behind dikes, large parts of the Rotterdam are below sea level. For instance, the Prins Alexander polder in the northeast of Rotterdam extends 6 meters below sea level, or rather below Norma or Amsterdam's Pale or Amsterdam Ordnance Datum. The lowest point in the Netherlands below Nap is situated just to the east of Rotterdam, in the municipality of Nieuwekerk aan den IJssel. The Rotte River no longer joins the Nieuwe Maas directly. Since the early 1980s, when the construction of Rotterdam's second subway line interfered with the Rots course, its waters have been pumped through a pipe into the Nieuwe Maas via the Boeringet. Between the summers of 2003 and 2008, an artificial beach was created at the Boomtjesgade along the Nieuwe Maas, between the Erasmusbrug and the Willemsbrug. Swimming was not possible. Digging pits was limited to the height of the layer of sand, about 50 centimeters. Alternatively, people go the beach of Hoek van Holland or one of the beaches in Zeeland, Renus or the Zuid-Hollandseilanden, Oudorp, Oostvaarn. Rotterdam forms the center of the Rijnmond conurbation, bordering the conurbation surrounding The Hague to the northwest. The two conurbations are close enough to be a single conurbation. They share the Rotterdam-The Hague airport and a light rail system called Randstadrail. Consideration is being given to creating an official metropolitan region Rotterdam-The Hague, which would have a combined population approaching 2.5 million. On its turn, the Rijnmond conurbation is part of the southern wing of the Randstad, which is one of the most important economic and densely populated areas in the northwest of Europe. Having a population of 7.1 million, the Randstad is the sixth largest urban area in Europe. The Zuid-Vlissingen, situated in the province of South Holland, has a population of around 3 million. Climate. Rotterdam experiences a temperate oceanic climate, similar to almost all of the Netherlands. Located near to the coast, its climate is slightly milder than locations further inland. Demographics. Overall, the demographics differ per city area. According to a recent area analysis, the city center has a singles population of 70% between the ages of 20 and 40, considerably more than other city areas. Also, the city center has a much larger population of people with higher education and higher income. Nonetheless, 80% of the homes are rented, not owned. The city center also has a higher percentage of foreign-born citizens. The majority of shops are also run by foreign-born citizens. Composition. On 1 January 2007, the municipality covered an area of 319 square kilometers with a population of 603,425. It is part of a larger metropolitan area with a total population of approximately 1.6 million. In 1965, the municipal population of Rotterdam reached its peak of 731,000, but by 1984 it had decreased to 555,000 as a result of suburbanization. Rotterdam consists of 14 sub-municipalities: Centrum, Charloes, Delfshaven, Feyenoord, Hillegersberg, Schiebroek, Hoek van Holland, Hoogvliet, IJsselmeer, Kralingen, Kruiswijk, Noord, Overschie, Prince Alexander, and Rozenburg. One other area, Pernis, does have an official sub-municipality status since 3 March 2010. The current size of the municipality of Rotterdam is the result of the amalgamation of the following former municipalities, some of which now are a sub-municipality: Delfshaven, Charloes, Kralingen, Hoogvliet, Pernis, Hillegersberg, IJsselmeer, Overschie, Schiebroek, Rozenburg. Ethnic makeup. The ethnic origin of the population, based on 2015 data. Total: 623.652. Netherlands: 316,085. Suriname: 52,666. Turkey: 47,893. Morocco: 42,362. Netherlands Antilles: 23,536. Cape Verde: 15,419. Indonesia: 12,302. Germany: 9,682. Serbia: 9,262. Poland: 7,542. China: 6,758. Russia: 4,524. Pakistan: 4,442. Portugal: 4,115. Belgium: 3,272. Spain: 3,128. United Kingdom: 3,085. Somalia: 2,384. Dominican Republic: 2,375. Hong Kong: 2,339. Others: 50,481. In the Netherlands, Rotterdam has the highest percentage of foreigners from non-industrialized nations. They form a large part of Rotterdam's multi-ethnic and multicultural diversity. 47.7% of the population are of non-Dutch origins or have at least one parent born outside the country. There are 80,000 Muslims, constituting 13% of the population. The mayor of Rotterdam, Ahmed Abouthalib, is of Moroccan descent and is a practicing Muslim. The city is home to the largest Dutch Antillean community. The city also has its own Chinatown at the Kruisgade, close to the central railway station. Economy. Rotterdam has always been one of the main centers of the shipping industry in the Netherlands. From the Rotterdam Chamber of the VOC, the world's first multinational, established in 1602, to the merchant shipping leader Royal Nederland, established in 1970. With its corporate headquarters located in the landmark building the Willemswerf in 1988. In 1997, Nederland merged with the British shipping industry leader P&O, forming the third largest merchant shipping company in the world. The Anglo-Dutch P&O Nederland was bought by the Danish giant corporation, A.P. Moller Maersk, in 2005 and its Dutch operations are still headquartered in the Willemswerf. Nowadays, well-known companies with headquarters in Rotterdam are consumers goods company Unilever, asset management firm Robco, energy company Eneco, dredging company Van Oord, oil company Shell Downstream, terminal operator Vopak, commodity trading company Vitol, and architecture firm Office for Metropolitan Architecture. It is also home to the regional headquarters of chemical company LyondellBasell, commodities trading company Glencore, pharmaceutical company Pfizer, logistics companies Stolt-Nielsen, electrical equipment company AB Group, and consumer goods company Procter & Gamble. Furthermore, Rotterdam has the Dutch headquarters of Allianz, Maersk Petrobras, Samskip, Louis Dreyfus Group, and Aon. The city of Rotterdam makes use of the services of semi-government companies Roteb and the Port of Rotterdam Authority. Both these companies were once municipal bodies, now they are autonomous entities, owned by the city. Being the largest port and one of the largest cities of the country, Rotterdam attracts many people seeking jobs, especially in the cheap labor segment. The city's unemployment rate is 8.5%, twice the national average. Together with Eindhoven and Amsterdam, Rotterdam forms the foundation of the Dutch economy. Ports Rotterdam is the largest port in Europe, with the rivers Meuse and Rhine providing excellent access to the hinterland upstream reaching to Basel, Switzerland and into France. In 2004, Shanghai took over as the world's busiest port. In 2006, Rotterdam was the world's 7th largest container port in terms of 20-foot equivalent units handled. The port's main activities are petrochemical industries and general cargo handling and transshipment. The harbour functions as an important transit point for bulk materials and between the European continent and overseas. From Rotterdam, goods are transported by ship, river, barge, train or road. In 2007, the Betuwe route, a new fast freight railway from Rotterdam to Germany, was completed. Shopping well-known streets in Rotterdam are the shopping centre, the Lijnbaan, the Hoogstraat, the Koolsingel with the City Hall, and the Wiener, which runs from the central station to the Hopline. A modern shopping venue is the Bijs Traverse, better known by its informal name, Koopgoed, which crosses the Koolsingel below street level. The Kruisgade is a more upscale shopping street, with retailers like Michael Kors, 7 for All Mankind, Calvin Klein, Hugo Boss, Tommy Hilfiger and the Dutch well-known men's clothier Oga. Another upscale shopping venue is a flagship store of De Bijenkorf. Located a little more to the east is the Market Hall, with lots of small retailers inside. This hall is also one of Rotterdam's famous architectural landmarks. The main shopping venue in the south of Rotterdam is Zuidplein, which lies close to Ahoy, Rotterdam, an accommodation centre for shows, exhibitions, sporting events, concerts and congresses. Another prominent shopping centre, called Alexandrium, lies in the east of Rotterdam. It includes a large kitchen and furniture centre. Education. Rotterdam has one major university, the Erasmus University Rotterdam, named after one of the city's famous former inhabitants, Desiderius Erasmus. The Woudenstein campus houses Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University. In Financial Times 2005 rankings it placed 29th globally and 7th in Europe. In the 2009 rankings of Masters of Management, the school reached first place with the CEMS Master in Management and a 10th place with its RSM Master in Management. The university is also home to Europe's largest student association, Star Study Association Rotterdam School of Management. Erasmus University and the world's largest student association, ISEC, has its international office in the city. The Willem de Kooning Academy, Rotterdam's main art school, which is part of the Hogeschool Rotterdam. It is regarded as one of the most prestigious art schools in the Netherlands and the #1 in advertising and copywriting. Part of the Willem de Kooning Academy is the Piet Zwart Institute for Postgraduate Studies and Research in Fine Art, Media Design and Retail Design. The Piet Zwart Institute boasts a selective roster of emerging international artists. The Hoboken campus of EUR houses the Dijkzit Hospital, the Sophia Hospital and the medical department of the university. These are known collectively as the Erasmus Medical Center, which is ranked third worldwide for medical research, behind the Harvard University and Johns Hopkins University. The Erasmus Medical Center ranks as the top European institution in clinical medicine according to the Times Higher Education rankings. There are also 3 Hogescholen in Rotterdam. These schools award their students a professional bachelor's degree and postgraduate or master's degree. The 3 Hogescholen are Hogeschool Rotterdam, Hogeschool INHOLLAND and Hogeschool voor Muziek en Dans, which is also known as Code Arts. As there are many international and American schools scattered across Europe, such as ASH, Rotterdam also has its own international, American school by the name AISR. At AISR, children receive a multicultural education in a culturally diverse community, and it offers the International Baccalaureate Diploma program. Unique to the city is the Shipping and Transport College, which offers master's, bachelor's and vocational diplomas on all levels.